In this video, we will go over how to use Blackboard Collaborate Ultra as a presenter. To begin, in the Blackboard Collaborate Ultra page of your course site, click Get Launched Link and choose Join Course Room next to the Course Room link. An instructor may have set up additional rooms for students to use in the lower space of the page, so if you are assigned to one of those specific rooms, you can click Join Course Room next to one of those rooms instead. Once Collaborate opens, the first thing most people will want to do is set up their microphone and/or web camera so that other people in the room can hear or see them. To do this, place your mouse arrow over the silhouette of a person at the bottom of the window and click on the wrench that appears. Along the right-hand side, click Set up your camera and microphone. Your browser will ask you if it can allow Collaborate to use your microphone. Click Allow. When you speak into the microphone of your computer out loud, this bar should bounce, indicating that it is picking up sound. Click Yes, it's working. If your computer has a web camera, you can click Yes, it's working after the video preview appears here. To toggle your camera and microphone on and off, click on the microphone and camera buttons in the lower center of Collaborate. You'll know they're working when they get lit up. The microphone icon will bounce as the sound is picked up, and the camera icon will become light blue. To turn either of them off, just click on them again. You'll also notice underneath the Set up your camera and microphone option, a Dial in option. You may have to click on the picture of the phone to make it appear, but Collaborate will allow you to use your telephone to call in and enter this PIN to participate in the audio conversation using your phone. This is useful if you have a slow internet connection or if your computer doesn't have a microphone built into it. If all else fails, you can also use the text chat by clicking on the speech bubble in the corner. The Everyone chat will appear for everyone in the room to be able to see. The button next to the chat is the list of attendees. Here you'll be able to see yourself and any other students who are in the room with you. The Share Content button, to the right of the Attendees button, allows you to put different types of content into the Collaborate room for everyone else to see. The first option is to share a blank whiteboard. When you click that option, you'll be given a blank white space where you can use some tools to draw and add different annotations for students to see. The arrow lets you select and move around the things you draw. The finger icon makes the students see whatever the pointer finger is pointing at. So if I move the finger pointer over to the center of the screen, on the student's end, they'll see the finger pointer there as well. Shapes will allow you to insert different types of shapes onto the screen. The T text option allows you to add text to the page. The eraser lets you get rid of everything that's on the page. If you'd like to stop sharing any of the things we share in this presentation, there will always be a Stop Sharing button in the upper right-hand corner. You can also share an application. That means you can either share your entire desktop so that students can see what's going on your computer screen, or you can share a particular application on your computer, such as Microsoft Word or an internet browser. So if I click Share Application, I can say here, entire screen or just an application. I'm going to choose just an application, and here it's going to let me pick what window that I have open to share with students. I'm going to share my PowerPoint presentation, and then click Allow. Since I have PowerPoint open somewhere else on my computer, it's showing it to students right now. If I were to go and actually open that PowerPoint file here, anything I do with this PowerPoint will appear for students in the window. To stop sharing, click Stop again. I'm going to reopen that panel on the right-hand side and now choose Share Files. This allows you to upload files like Word documents, pictures, or PowerPoints to show to students in the center of the screen. Unlike sharing an application where students can see your mouse cursor and they're getting a video feed of everything happening on your screen, this actually makes the slides show up in the center of the screen where you can navigate through them one by one and they don't see what's happening on your screen. So if I click Add Files and pick that presentation again from my desktop, it uploads it here, usually pretty quickly, and you can click on it and choose Share Now to push it to the center of the screen. So if I click on Presentation, it's showing slide 1, and then if I click on slide 2, it will move to slide 2. You can also use the arrows in this bottom center of the screen to move back and forth. You have the whiteboard controls here as you did with the whiteboard, and anything you do using these tools will be visible to students as well. Again, click Stop to stop sharing. Collaborate Ultra also allows you to send out quick and simple polls for students to vote on. So, if I click on polling, I can choose yes, no, or a certain amount of choices. For this example, I'll choose yes, no, and then click Start. Here's when you would ask the question to students. For example, would you like to have another office hour tomorrow? They would then come here and choose yes or no on their screen to vote on the poll. As students vote, the updates will show live here for you so that you can see where they're at and what their responses are. You can click Stop to stop the poll. Breakout groups are another useful feature built into Collaborate Ultra. This allows you to break up your class into smaller groups within one Collaborate session, where different groups can work on separate chat areas that other groups cannot see to do something as a group. I only have 2 people in my room right now, so if I wanted to use some of these pre-generated rooms from Collaborate, I could just take Demo User and drop them into Group 1. On their end, this would put them in this separate breakout group space, where Demo User and any other users that I drag into that list will have access to talk privately. They are able to toggle back to visit the public room that everyone has access to, and you as the instructor are able to jump into any of the breakout sessions whenever you'd like to. So, now that the breakout groups are going, I can see here I'm in the main room as the moderator, and in Group 1 I can see Demo User in there. If I use the Join Group 1 button, which is this little arrow, I can jump in and see what they're doing. To put a stop to the breakout rooms, just click the Stop button in the top right corner. This will close all of the breakout session rooms and bring everyone back to the main room together. The next area to take note of is under the Gear Settings area under Session Settings. Here you can change what things students are allowed to do. So if you didn't want them to be able to draw on the whiteboard with you, you can turn that off. You can also turn off chat, video, or audio if you need to for the whole class. If we close the Collaborate panel and click the 3-line button in the top left corner instead, you'll also see a Start Recording button. Collaborate sessions can be recorded, and the recordings will be posted automatically in the My Courses site after the session has been completed. Typically, it will take whatever amount of time the session ran and was recorded for times 1.5. So if you did a 1-hour Collaborate session, it might take an hour and a half to 2 hours for the recording to show up after the session has been completed. To stop recording, click the button in the top left corner and choose Stop Recording. This concludes the video on presenting using Blackboard Collaborate.